Today we are changing a belt on a 2007 Harley Davidson Electra Ultra Classic. Customer came, wanted his rear tire changed, got the tire changed, started looking over the bike, and he definitely needs a belt. He needs brakes replaced, so we're gonna do that today. This is my first time taking primary apart on one of these bikes, so it's definitely going to be an adventure. We'll be learning together. I'm going to try my best to show you everything that matters, you know, the things that really need to be out of the way and all that good stuff. And anyhow, I'll show you that belt and how bad that is. There you go. Come on, camera, focus. But yeah, his teeth, most of them, they're about gone. Part number for this is 40024-07. So to get started, we gotta get our floorboards removed. We've got to get our shift lever removed, and we need to drain our primary of all of oil. Alright, so the back side of that, the back side of the floorboard takes a 3/8 inch hex, Allen, whatever you want to call it. Get that off. These 4 bolts that are in here, they're all 1/2 inch. And that's going to take your kickstand off along with the rest of your floorboard. Oh, I know that. Okay. There's the floorboard. Your kickstand. And clearly, whoever worked on this last used a metric Allen instead of a standard and rounded some of this over. Luckily, they didn't destroy it, so we can still get everything apart. Extension for that. Need to invest in some of those rubber coated ratchets, but if you're mindful, it won't be a big deal. I make sure I keep my hand in the way of anything that could get damaged from a tool. Get your shifter off, a little rubber spacer, This way here, when we take this inner primary off, it'll just slide out. Now as far as the floorboard and anything else that's really in the way, everything is pretty well taken care of. We do need to get this rear floorboard out of the way quick, so we'll do that. I think I have just enough room to get past this pipe. If not, we're gonna have to loosen the pipe, lift it up a little bit to get the cover off, and then we're gonna have to take the starter assembly apart. Back here there's 2 bolts. Take those off, and that'll allow us to get the inner primary off. Now for a predicament like this, having ball head Allens would probably be the best. Again, as long as you're careful, shouldn't have a problem. But the ideal tool here would be a ball end Allen, and this is a 5/16 inch Allen. Floorboard. Oh, that reminds me. If you have problems keeping track of your nuts, bolts, and where they belong, if you can, and it allows you to, just put the bolts back in the place that they came from. This is going to make some bolts up here. A little piece of cardboard here, or a big piece of cardboard, and as we take, come on camera, as we take our bolts out of our outer primary here, we're going to put them in the same order on our piece of cardboard over here. This way here we don't get those mixed up because there's different lengths. These are 3/16 inch Allens. Go get a new battery for this thing. Okay, I'm just going to loosen these. Actually, before we mess this up, we better get an oil pan and get this oil drain before we create a mess all over the place. That is a 5/8 drain plug on the bottom of the primary. nice tension on there. Chain tensioner really doesn't look bad. Alright. Now that we got this all off, I'm just going to let it drain a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and remove our tensioner, which we're going to need zip ties or something to tie this down nonetheless. Get this out of the way. Compensator bolt can come out, and then we got to loosen our clutch engagement both on our cable up front and here. We'll get that all loosened up so it's sitting free. Get our compensator off, and then we'll remove our inner bolts, our starter. We should be able to get our inner primary off. So that will be our next step. Shoe really doesn't look bad on that. No bad wear on there. So it was replaced recently. Or it just hasn't been there. So when you do this, you put the tire on it so it doesn't spring up and you lock over. Little there's a little lip on the top of this. That lip has to be facing out when we put this back together. Loosen this up, and then loosen your clutch play so you got movement in there. And then there's a snap ring that we need to get out. Your adjuster. Now, let's go. Battery's about to die. That was 1 3/16 inches for that nut. Now our compensator should be able to come off along with our clutch pack and our starter gear. Alright, I got the starter removed, disconnected. Before you do that, unhook your battery so you don't get a bunch of sparky sparks and flames, you know, you don't want any of that. So, now that that's done, all the rest of this is removed for the most part. Put this down here. So, and we're gonna go through and take all our bolts out. Half inch. Same thing for these bolts, for the power timer. We'll do some research, figure out why I can't get this off. Alright, we got the inner off. And you don't want to go crazy and break anything, so I made sure to do some research. There's just a little O-ring on your starter piece here, and you can push it out of the inner primary case. This one was pretty dry, so I reached in from the back side and used the flathead screwdriver to pry the two pieces apart. Otherwise I couldn't get it out of there otherwise. So now that we have everything opened up, we need to start back here and get our swing arm bolt loosened up and shoved that way so we can get our belt out and get our new belt in. Catfish arm, yes. Look at this. Get out of your light here. That's gonna be hard to do. Anyhow, this little rubber biscuit, you can see that spot right there. You want to make sure you keep the orientation of that tab. It's very important to have that positioned the right way when we go to put this back together. Wow, is that camera ever getting filthy? Alright. Now we got that somewhat out of the way. Get that off. Set that off to the side. And then what we're going to have to do is go to the other side and take that cap off. So right there, that's where your swing arm bolt goes through. I pulled it all the way out, pull the swing arm back. I have my scissor lift there supporting the back of the engine. So that's keeping everything up where it belongs. Now you want to remove your belt, put your new belt in, put your swing arm back in place, put your bolt back through, and remember to keep those rubber isolators in the direction that they belong in. And I'll show you a close-up of that when we get to it. And voila,